If you've tried everything for your OCD treatment and it just seems like nothing is working, I've possibly got a solution for you. And it's something you might not be thinking about. It's a concept so simple, I think anyone can do it. I often talk about treatment being exposure and response prevention. This can be very daunting. What exposure am I supposed to do? Am I even doing it right? How often do I do it? I'm not feeling any better. I'm probably doing it wrong. I don't want to feel anxious. So here's what we do. I'm just gonna throw it right at you, but you can't leave the video. Act like you don't have OCD. Simple, right? Nah, not so much. But here's what we're gonna do. What would your life look like if you didn't have OCD? Might have to pull out a piece of paper and write this down. Can you think of a time before you experienced symptoms? What did it look like? Did you wash as much as you did? Did you avoid as much as you do now? Do you do all the compulsions that you do? Do you have all the thinking? You might write down all those things you want to do that OCD is not allowing you to do. Because guess what? When you do those things, you actually are recovering from OCD. Because that's the whole point, right? To live life, enjoy. I do use the word act, and I mean it literally. You might have to feel like you're an actor or actress for a while. What does it look like if I don't have OCD? But I do have OCD innate. Yeah, I know you do. But what does it look like if you didn't? You're an actor. Convince me. You might have to convince an entire audience that you don't have OCD. What would that look like? Would they believe you? If you're standing there on stage and you're washing your hands multiple times, you're asking for reassurance a bunch, you're sitting on the couch, you're tapping this thing, you're avoiding, are they gonna believe you? You need to convince them as well as yourself that you can live the life you want to live, even if you're feeling anxious, you're uncertain, because that's what it's all about. We don't know. I know what you might be thinking. Nate, my man, you're making it sound so simple. It's not as easy as that. I get you, my friends. I get you. It's not as simple as we think. It's not gonna happen in one day, but you're gonna do it just today, and then just tomorrow, and then the next day. And what you finally see over time is that OCD has no power. Here's an example. Imagine you're at a theme park. You're standing in line for the most thrilling roller coaster you've ever seen. For me, that would be Universal Studios, what is it called? Velocicoaster. Yes, I love that thing. You're all geared up, you're ready to go, the ride of your life. But suddenly, as you're about to step on that ride, a little voice in your head starts whispering. What if the coaster breaks down? What if your seatbelt snaps? What if you're stuck upside down? What if you did something to the tracks on purpose so everyone gets hurt? What if you purposely didn't want to harness yourself in? If you're touching these handlebars right now, you're probably gonna get sick. What if they don't have sanitizer after you get off? Now, if you have OCD, that little voice isn't just whispering, it's shouting, it's screaming, it's doing everything it can to make sure that you know these what ifs are actual real dangers. So picture this. Instead of listening to that voice of doubt, you decide to act as if you're not afraid. Remember, you're acting. Take that deep breath, buckle up, throw your hands in the air like you just don't care. You're using all those responses. You know what? Maybe I did mess with those tracks. Maybe we're gonna crash, maybe we won't. Maybe all these kids on this ride are gonna live without their parents. I don't know, we'll see. I'm here to have fun. Don't touch those handlebars. Ooh, I'm gonna grab those as hard as I can. I'm gonna rub my hands. Oh yeah, I love it. I'm willing to risk whatever I need to risk, and then I'm not fixing it afterwards. I'm gonna get on that coaster because that's what I want to do. That's the whole point. This is what I want to do. If I did not have OCD, I would be getting on this roller coaster. That's what I'm going to do. That is exposure and response prevention in action. That's the simple way to think about it. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel like something's wrong, but that's how you know you're doing it right. If it was never uncomfortable, you wouldn't need to do it in the first place. So you take an action like this, and then you do the next one, and then you do the next one, and then you do the next one. You're not getting on the roller coaster and saying, nothing is going to happen. It's not possible that I did something to the tracks. Everyone's going to be fine. I've been on tons of them. Nothing's ever happened. Because this just causes more doubt and questioning. Because guess what? We don't know the future. We're living in a life of uncertainty. We don't need to lie to ourselves anymore. We need to be okay with going with the flow, man. We have no idea, but you, with or without OCD, are taking the same risk as everybody else. You're not special. I'm not special. Wait, am I special? My mom says I'm special. I'm just kidding. So let's break it down. Say your OCD is all about germs. Every time you touch something dirty, the voice tells you, wash your hands until they're raw. But with ERP, you're gonna flip that script. You're gonna touch that doorknob, elevator button, anything that seems icky, and you're gonna do nothing. And it seems like, but normal people don't touch icky things. Doesn't matter. We're doing it anyway. You won't rush to wash your hands. You're just gonna carry on with your day. It can feel uncomfortable. That is okay. Apply this with every other theme of OCD. If I'm not hanging out with my kid because I'm so worried about whatever, I'm gonna go hang out with my kid. If I'm worried about making a wrong choice or being dishonest or whatever it is, I'm gonna go do the thing I want to do as long as I'm not breaking the law or my morals or my values. Some people ask themselves this. If I didn't have OCD or if I used to be able to do this, I'm gonna go do it. I don't care if I'm gonna feel anxious. Anxiety's not the bad guy. See, by acting like you don't have OCD, you're basically telling the brain, hey, those threats you keep throwing at me, they don't really scare me. It's like turning the volume down on that nagging voice. It's just background noise. Activities like this are what you can find in my Master Your OCD online course, where I teach you step by step how to tackle this OCD and really just become the boss. I'm gonna link that down in the description. Now let's apply this to everyday situations. You're at school. You've got a big presentation coming. Normally, OCD might have you obsessing over every little detail. You're rehearsing your lines hundreds of times. You're worried that something could go wrong. But with ERP, you're gonna channel that inner rock star. You're gonna strut up to that podium. You're gonna own the room. You're gonna deliver that speech you were born for. And if that voice tries to sabotage you with doubts, you're brushing it off. You're gonna keep shining. Confidence, gotta act like it. If I mess up, I mess up. If I don't, then I don't. I might even say, I hope I mess up. I hope I faint. Hope things go wrong. That would be amazing. What a cool thing. I hope someone films it and it goes viral. Man, that would be cool. Not really what I think, but I need to tell the brain that I don't care anymore. So next time that voice starts chirping away, what if? Just shrug your shoulders, flash a grin, and say, who cares? Because living your best life means embracing uncertainty, taking risks, refusing to let OCD call the shots, because you've got this. Be you today. For more earth-shattering ideas to tackle your OCD, go watch the video here on the screen. You're gonna need it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.